A historian and leader of Yoruba self-determination group, Banji Akintoye, says the group is mobilizing people to prevent the extradition of Sunday Igboho from Benin Republic. Igboho was arrested in Cotonou and is being held in the country pending completion of extradition processes with Nigeria. Akintoye says Igboho has committed no crime to deserve the treatment that Nigerian government is subjecting him to. He claims some people are trying to eliminate Igboho because he stood up to fight against oppression.
Meanwhile, former Oyo State Governor Rashidi Ladoja is asking the Nigerian government to grant amnesty to Sunday Igboho and the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Ladoja claims if the government can offer amnesty to members of the insurgent group Boko Haram, then it should be able to grant amnesty to the secessionist group leaders.
All right, we're now joined by the Executive Director of Citizens Advocacy and for Social and Economic Rights, Frank Tietie. Frank, glad to have you join us.
Thank you, always my pleasure.
Good, good. Let me start this way with Igboho's arrest. How would you describe Igboho, an agitator in the real sense of the word agitator, or a criminal? Bear in mind that the DSS claims he's wanted for stockpiling arms.
Oh, well, there are two different things entirely. Igboho striving for and pushing for a self-determination of a particular people makes him somewhat of a political figure. And any state, particularly Nigeria in this case, that disagrees with him would look at him as a political, someone who holds political views that are offensive to the state, but not necessarily a criminal.
And now that he's been arrested in Republic of Benin, and the Republic of Benin is, referring to the extradition treaty of 1984 between Nigeria, Togo, of course, the same country, Republic of Benin, and Ghana, saying it excludes political fugitives. Apparently, Benin is categorizing Sunday Igboho as a political fugitive, and also refers to Article 20 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights.
We may not be there yet. The treaty gives Nigeria the right to make a request for the extradition of Sunday Igboho, and that is what will likely happen. We're not aware yet whether a formal request has been done by way of a formal extradition process, whether it has been initiated. What is surprising is that why would the Beninese authorities arrest Igboho? So it is as a result of either the operation of Interpol or the intervention.
Yes. Interpol
the intervention of Nigeria. Mm-hmm. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it because it's going to be ultimately a political decision by Beninese law. The president of Benin, the Republic of Benin, has a lot to play, a lot of role, legally speaking, in that regard. He has to, because he has certain powers by fiat to grant the deportation, to extradite any person that is considered to be a fugitive from a country, particularly that has a treaty, a very strong treaty between those four countries, Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, and Benin Republic. Nigeria is likely to make that order. But let me tell you, from all circumstances, it would have been practically impossible that Sunday Igboho will be deported back to Nigeria or extradited to Nigeria in any way.
Why is that?
Because of the circumstances. However, when you look at the provisions of international law, particularly with the treaties, we have an Extradition Act in Nigeria that clearly states that persons holding certain political views that have been accused of offenses that tend towards the political positions they hold can actually not be extradited. Again, you cannot extradite a person to a country whose standard of rule of law is uncertain, and that has a human rights record that cannot really stand the test of the international community. All of these things would have weighed heavily against an extradition request from Nigeria. But when you consider...
You want to learn?
Yeah, but when you consider the power of the country we are talking about, that is our country, Nigeria, against the fact that it's dealing with a very small neighboring country like Benin, I doubt if the Beninese Republic will want to.
Okay, good. My first question, I added, that the DSS is claiming or alleging, if you like, that he's wanted for stockpiling arms. So you've talked about the political angle, self-determination to it. How about this? You didn't address that. That was what I was coming to.
Oh yes, because it also matters. You look at the principles of the extraditions. It matters whether these characters are to it, whether it is of a political nature or it's of a crime.
Criminal nature.
A criminal nature which constitutes, an act which constitutes a crime both in Nigeria and in Benin Republic. That's a very important factor. So it's not enough for the Nigerian government to just bring out allegations. All sorts of allegations can be made, but the Beninese courts, in this case, because I'm very much confident that everything will be done, possibly done, to ensure that the courts intervene in the extradition process, will look into the possibility of, one, does that amount of offense indeed, according to Beninese law, and is there a guarantee that Sunday Igboho, whenever he is returned to Nigeria, will get a fair trial? If these things if Nigeria cannot satisfy these strong questions, there is a very strong likelihood that he will not be extradited.
So the question then is, will or should Sunday Igboho be returned to Nigeria? And can Nigeria prove a case of criminality against Sunday Igboho if he's not returned to the country?
Extradition is not a very easy thing to do for a country. We've succeeded very few times, especially in the First Republic. Now you can imagine cases involving Julian Assange and Edward Snowden and the rest of them, and even Alice in Desiani Madueke. It's so difficult to achieve. But if you were going to strictly speak as to the legal requirements, I can be confident about the fact that Sunday Igboho will not be extradited to Nigeria.
All right. His lawyers, they're claiming that they were not allowed to see him where he's being held in Benin. What are the implications? You're a lawyer. You defend clients. What are the implications of that?
Well, that report has not been confirmed because these same lawyers have hailed the standards of justice delivery in the Republic of Benin as against they claim in Nigeria. So one is expected that they will have free access. But if they don't have free access, it becomes a matter of which they can raise at the extradition hearings. But again, they talk about the international dimension to this whole thing. This is not, the international dimension only exists in this case, between Benin Republic and Nigeria, and the treaty that binds them. In this case, Sunday Igboho can strongly rely on the treaty because indeed, many of the things that he has been accused of are of a political character. They are related to his clamor for the protection of a certain people, which has translated to self-determination.
Yeah. And you wonder, is Nigeria, observing that Article 20 in the breach? Would that be yes or no?
I think
yes or no? We don't have we don't have the time. All right, thank you very much.
Has very poor
That's
standards.
what I needed you to answer. Frank Tietie, thank you so much for joining us.